for the place that you're in, and it's called the Gilded Stronghold. We just never had said that before. You were in there, and you guys had planned and executed your heist. The first part was getting the key to, meaning the sword/walking stick of the queen. And in doing that, you split into two parties. One with Christopher and Reginald to go distract and maybe find out the password to the hell elevator from Lord Bertrand, and then Felix pretending to be Reginald and going and stealing the sword to open up that secret chamber that you had kind of discovered. Everything went swimmingly. You had a teppanyaki performance. You got Lord Bertrand talking about his sister and the Merilith that had killed her. Arya, his sister, and Sheena, the Merilith. You also were able to steal the sword after a game of chess, which is now a new exciting venture for all of you, and discovered kind of a mild plot about the queen might be being poisoned, but we were able to get all that. With that, the other two people tried to keep a distraction going so that everyone would think you were there. It didn't really work, but you guys all got back, and then later that evening, you executed your heist. Using the sword, you were able to go down into this room underneath the fortress, and you got into a battle with some salamanders and a big golem that had been working the lava up to as a security device for the fire opals. You got that. Felix fell in some lava, but was able to get out. You guys got out. Felix was then going back up to the queen's place to get suspicion taken off of Reggie, because you didn't want to screw them. And at that time, everything kind of was breaking into chaos. People heard that things were happening. Things were happening in the city. Reginald did his work, and with the group of the chain breakers was setting up a distraction for you guys to go down into the Hellmouth. You returned the sword, but with not a good way out. Felix jumped through a window and was luckily caught by Joran the guard, who happened to be there, and that's kind of where we are now. After the other people had stolen all of the opals, immediately we're seeing that the ones that you did not put inside of your lantern are starting to fade because of the lack of heat. The clock is now ticking. You have 10 hours to get the one that you have in the thing back to Nicodranus, to the mage in his tower, Yusa. And that, I think, is everything. Anything else? Yeah, I don't think you guys stole anything else. Oh, you got books. You got books about chess, and I don't know if you got any other interesting things, but if not, you guys are in the front of the castle, or of the fortress. You're still a ways away from exiting it. There's people, it looks like guards, like gearing up because something is happening in the city. And you are currently with the fire giant guard, Joran, and he says he can, help you in whatever way you need, whether it be a distraction or that. So he is with you as well. So think about that for a second. I have to go to the bathroom real quick. Okie doke. What are you guys doing? You kind of know the way after your last um, trip down the day before, but uh, yeah.
If we want to make our way to the Hellmouth.
Do you want Jordan to join you or
Yeah.
stay here and provide a distraction?
Oh, that's a good question. What do you guys want? How confident are we, the three of us, in getting there on our own?
I would say pretty confident. You guys rolled well to remember the path that was 2 sessions ago, so I have it written down. You have pretty high confidence, but it will be a roll.
Okay.
And depending on what happens, beyond getting lost, you might run into something on the way.
Okay. I say we let him kind of be the distraction and we make our way on our own. What do you guys think?
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Okay. So he goes out and he's able to quickly kind of usher you to the front gate. So he gets you that far, and then he's like, "I gotcha," and you see him run in and kind of go off into a side passage, and as you guys start kind of running, getting ahead of everybody, you watch this big iron portcullis fall and an iron door fall behind it. So he's closed off the well, you assume it's him. He's closed off the fortress and all of its people that were rallying to follow you. So as you guys start running, I'm going to need a survival check from people. We're going to say where it's a skill challenge to get there. We need 2 successes for you guys to actually make it to the place. One can be a survival check, but beyond that, have to think of some creative way of how you're, dealing with the kind of commotion that's going on in the city. With that, whoever does the survival check has advantage on it based off of your last rolls when you were escorted there.
My survival is ass, so.
Christopher, you know exactly where you're going. This is a city. It's not your necessarily like best like what you're used to, but you remember the exact path. So so you're definitely going to be able to get there. Now the current problem is it seems like with the chaos on the streets there are guards patrolling, but they are like ushering people inside, like kind of imposing a curfew. So how do you want that? That's the problem. Like you get into the from the outer ring, it was easy to get through. You're now in that inner ring, and um, that's where the uh, less affluent people are. So that's where the guards are kind of like putting down rabble rousers and things like that. So how do you look to get through kind of all of this? The pathways are kind of precarious in this situation. Who wants to helm whatever check you want to make, and you just have to justify it, or you can use spells or other things to like kind of help.
Could I use deception to just lie about where we're heading, and like we're heading to a safe area?
Sure. So you are like once you get about halfway through the this lower quarter, you are kind of presented like guards kind of open up a barricade and they see you running and you guys look out of place and you go up to them and just say like, hey, we are visitors or this that or the other thing, say whatever you want to them, and say, hey, we're just trying to get to like maybe you say the name of that bar because that's where you've been staying, and yeah, go ahead and make a deception check to convince them to let you through. Deception or persuasion, both will work.
My deception is better. Hey,
It's a natural 20 for 30.
I was gonna say I can support, but I think we're good.
We're good. Yeah, they immediately go like they see like there's too much going on. They don't see any chains on you, so they think even though you're visitors, like you must have free reign to do wherever you want, wherever you go. And they say, just hurry, hurry, and they like point off like if you go this way, you should be able to get there as fast as possible. Be safe. It's dangerous out there, and you begin to move through, and that was 2 successes in a row, unimpeded through the city. You then end up at the Hellmouth. The gate has been repaired. They are currently closed completely, kind of locked off. You guys approach from, that's the map layer, token layer. You approach from this side. There's that. Yeah, so as you guys approach, there's a wall in front of you.
I think I just see the macro map right now.
Oh, I didn't move you. Sorry. See now, it's just that same area that you were in before. So the wall's there. It seems locked. There's no one guarding it though, but it seems walled off. It has those same like on top of it, like hooked in spikes to keep people from climbing in. But there's houses surrounding it. Kind of what do you do from? How do you want to get into this place?
How tall is
I
it?
remember there were like doors that
Yeah.
would. Are those locked? Is anybody
They
here? Or is it just
before
us?
you're pushing up, they are definitely barred from the inside.
Okay. Okay, got it. And there are spikes at the like. Is this like kind of like barbed wire type situation where like you can't?
Yeah,
couldn't
barbed wire
climb?
situation, kind of like hooks that like go out 4 feet and push down. So even if you climbed up it, you would have to get through the hooks. So,
How tall are the houses?
um, the houses are a bit shorter than the wall. Like the wall is very substantial, because kind of the goal would be even if things get in here, climbing it would be hard. So I would say that the wall, like if the wall is probably 10 feet above the houses, but the houses are, probably 2 stories. So, what, 18, 20 feet with a pitched roof. Actually, I would say like most of the houses or what you don't even know if they're houses, just the buildings here have flat roofs. There's no like pitch to them.
We'll just jump up on a house and jump over the wall and take some hit points on the jump down.
Okay.
Jump.
Okay, yeah, you can definitely do that. On your way down, you need to make an acrobatics check to, like, tuck and roll. Okay, you are only going to take half damage on this as you still are hitting this like just rocks. There's only so much you can do somersaulting on the cobblestone. Yeah. So 12 points reduced in half to 6.
Yep. I'll just go open the gate.
You do notice that as you get in here, though, that inside of the 1 second, inside of the wall, there are a small number, but still guards that immediately see you, and start yelling. You have surprised them. You can make a strength check to single-handedly lift this heavy iron bar.
My ankle still hurts from the.
Yeah, so you're struggling and pushing with that, and as you appear and look to be broken, these guys aren't even stopping to, ask. They are, hold on 1 second. They are going to, I guess neither of those guys, but the other guy. It pulls out a short bow and is going to. No, it's actually a spear. He's going to take his spear and throw it through the slats of the gate that they're inside of, and does a. I don't think a 7 plus 4 is going to hit you.
He misses.
So the spear lodges itself into the door in front of you, and you I'll say you can make one more at a strength check to try to open this door, as the other guards are starting to funnel out to come and attack you.
15.
Again. As these guys funnel out through these injuries, you're technically right here. These guys all start funneling this way. What did you roll?
15.
A 15. I don't think that's gonna do it. This latch is much heavier. As you lift it up, it's just like you can't quite get it over this certain railing, like because it swings up, like, or it's just like you're just pressing it, but you don't have enough like leverage. Like normally it'd be someone on each side to lift and push, and you're just trying to go straight from the center. What are the other people doing? You have heard the guards starting to shout on the other side, and the spear hitting the wall. So, what would you all like to do? These guys are starting to just approach. Yeah, what do people want to do on the other side of the wall?
It's a what kind? It's a metal bar that's across, or is it wood?
It is a metal bar. It is a very
Okay.
heavy metal bar. Christopher could have yelled through you. You're like, this fucking bar! It's too heavy. My ankle.
Is there enough of a crack in the door? Like, can I see through, or is it like
It's pretty like
sealed?
shut.
Okay.
Yeah, you can. All it is really right now is you hear the yelling of guards on the other side, like saying, "Stop! Stop! Cease!"
How? Quick question. How they haven't seen us? Like they've
No.
only seen Christopher. Okay. I'm gonna try. What I would like to do. I'm gonna need the help of. Thel. God, I couldn't think of the name. But
Yeah,
I'd like
try-
to disguise. I'd like to cast disguise self on myself. To try and look like one of these guards and pretend that I'm like captured Thel, and I need to get Christopher as well, but I need them to open the door.
So you can disguise yourself. You can have Thel like that. The only problem right now is that they can't see you.
But
So
the wall, like if I move forward after doing that, is this black? This is a wall, like solid wall.
yeah, you cannot see through this. This is the door
Oh,
that you're
okay.
trying to open.
Okay, got it. I'll just bang on the door and yell as a guard then.
Um, make it just another deception check.
Deception. Oh my god.
A 12. They are too focused in on what they are doing. They are creating a perimeter around you, Christopher. And with their kind of, how do you that like that? With their leader kind of standing behind, and they say, "Cease now! Any further action, and you will be attacked."
Can I go again?
Yeah.
There's a leak. there's another. The demons found another way in. And then I'm gonna summon my. I'm gonna be my demon master and summon my demons.
Okay, so you summon some demons.
Yep, I'm doing my.
Oh wait, you have that in your little.
Yep, and I'm convinced it's gonna be like
What is the spell that's stored in there?
Summon minor demons, lesser demons. Summon lesser demons.
That's not how you spell lesser. Okay, what can you summon? Oh no, you roll to figure out what happened. So roll a d6. A 2, so you get 2 demons of challenge rating 1 or lower. That's now hold up. Demons are hostile to all creatures, including you.
And I'm gonna say I don't even know that.
Here, 1 second. I can tell you what you can.
Well, they'll definitely help you sell it if.
Yep. Creature type. Fiend, right? That's what the demons are. CR1. You ever want a fun tool to play with to try to figure out how to make can we just say demon? Nope, it is a fiend, but there's a sub tag of. Okay, you can summon a Maw Demon, a Quasit. I think the one that would make the most sense would be a Maw Demon if you want to look at it.
Yep, sounds good.
Mainly because they are larger than. This thing's ugly as hell. Okay. So 2 Maw Demons. Where do you want them to appear?
Can I get them to kind of come down off of the roof too, like they were following me?
Yeah.
Just that they die right away, but yeah.
No, like you can like have them. They aren't gonna fall and die. Like. Okay, yeah, that guy. Yeah, they are skittering this way as they just kind of almost apparate. These guys were focused on you, so they aren't going to do that. I will let you roll deception with advantage.
Like,
19. They go, and all of them immediately turn and take their and like move and take their attention off of you, and they point and say, "Get the door open." So, you can also now have one more try at opening this door. I'll give you advantage because we'll actually say one of the guards comes and helps you. That's what I was going to say. So roll one more time. Oh my lord. You guys are just struggling. Okay, with that, the two Maw demons are going to run up and attack the guards. They are going to, let's see, roll 2d20 for me. A 5 and a 2. They a 5 plus 4 is 9. Like, you are rolling like absolute dog shit except for that deception roll. Oh, and you had a good acrobatics roll and a good survival roll. You used all your good ones. Okay. Before you get another chance to open this fucking door, is anyone doing anything on the other side?
I tried my plan. Did not work.
Did not work. People could follow what Christopher did and try to jump over the wall. It's going to be more difficult. You could climb. Does anyone have access to Carrick's character sheet? You could use a spell, but I have no idea what he has prepared.
Can he just summon some more demons? No, that's a waste of good spell.
Oh, I guess I'll enlarge and just like punch the door really hard. I don't really know what else I can do.
Okay. Oh, Carrick.
How tall is this wall?
30 feet ish.
30 feet.
I will just say at this point, and I'll just. Oh no, does he not have? Oh no, he does have this spell slot to do it. He's gonna take it. Getting very frustrated, Carrick grabs Felix, and you suddenly appear on the other side. Him casting Dimension Door. Okay. With as your two friends, do you still want to enlarge and punch it, or?
Nah, I guess I'll just try and climb over.
Okay. Make an athletics check to see if you can, kind of climb your way through. And do, depending on the 22, you're definitely able to climb. Make a dexterity saving throw as well to see like how well you can get through the spiked natural 20. You're like, why didn't I do this before? You think about it for a second, those spikes are hooked into you. You just stop for a second and just fucking bend them around. Like, what the hell was I thinking? Like,
well, I knew I could do this. I knew I would be fine the whole time. I was more worried about getting Carrick over.
Carrick, you just should have yeeted over.
Yeah, I did think maybe we should just throw him at one point.
Yeah, so you're able to climb up. Do you want to get down to the ground fast, or are you going to climb safely down?
Yeah, I'm just
You just climb safely. Okay.
I'm full send, so let's just
okay. So
landing
you fall.
Make
an athletics or an acrobatics check. Okay, you try to go for a cool Iron Man 3-point landing, but you realize that you're still in full plate armor, so you like hit with your hand and then you just bash your head into the ground as you come down. You take 11 points of falling damage. But you are now all over the wall. You currently see the people, the guards and that are probably more preoccupied with these Maw demons. They're going to take their attacks against them. Miss, hit, miss, and miss. Or actually, what is a mod demon's? No, 2 hits. So you watch as the guards are just stabbing in with their spears. The salamander stabs with, or takes a scimitar off its back and slashes at it, and then takes its tail and slams down on top of it. The demons look worse for wear, or not bad, but but they're still there, and they just now definitely everyone is preoccupied except for this guard that's right next to Christopher and Thel. Do you want to do anything with this guard? He looks at you. He's like, "We've got to open the door so other guards can get in to help if they're climbing over the walls."
It's no use. Let's get these in. They must have done something to the bar. Yeah, their demon powers. There's no way.
Welded the bar in there. There's no way that my strong body could not have lifted this by now.
I'm gonna go over and
like,
pick
go
up.
off and help the other guys.
I'm gonna go and just like try whatever if a maw demon has a scruff of its neck, I'm gonna pick it up and try and quick. Let's get it back in there.
Let's throw it back down the hole.
Yeah, we need to get it back down the hole quick.
What, like, this is just a buck wild thing to do. Like, why don't we just kill it? Help us. I'm going to say you can't even make a roll to make that make any sense to these people.
All right, I'll kill it.
You can still go grab one by the scruff. I don't know if you looked at the picture. This thing is essentially 4 legs with a mouth that goes like this. It's like the black chomping plants in a Mario game.
I'll just
So
go one.
You're just gonna go what?
Whack it. Just get
Whack the maw demons.
Yeah.
Okay.
Reckless.
Make 2 attacks. Which one are you attacking? The one on the left or the one on the right?
Right.
Right?
Yep.
You hit it with a big hit. Flames envelop. Does it have any weaknesses? No, it's actually resistant to fire damage. So you hit it. It doesn't like it, but it's still standing. You see, like, one of its legs is now, like, instead of being, 4, it's now like a tripod that's trying to, like, and it's making these weird guttural sounds that that just sounds gross. Against the same one?
Yep.
Okay. As you hit the other leg, it somersaults at you. It is dead, but as it dies, its jaws are right next to you, and then they immediately, like, instinctively clamp as its final, like, death maneuver. It's going to take an attack. That is a 20 to hit.
Yep.
Okay, you take these things as a hit are actually pretty dangerous. 10 points of damage as this thing's latched onto your leg. And then after it latches onto your leg, it slowly starts disintegrating into a pile of goo, as you've seen many of the other demons do, returning back to the abyss. But this guy is deadzo. Oop, not -0, 0. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. Felix, anything you want to do in this situation? I'll give all of you guys. I'm just kind of like switching, like letting all you guys go and then letting the guards go.
I assume I'm still disguised as this guard.
Yeah, if you continued with that idea, you are disguised as this guard, as a guard.
Sick. I would like to. How can I get in? Are the doors to the inside? Are they?
Yes, because they did not close them behind them as the guards rushed out. So this bottom one and this top and this left one. So kind of um
Okay. What I like to do is I'd like to take Carrick by like the back of his cloak or whatever. Just kind of push him towards the door, and as I do that, just mention to the people that the new punishment is to send him to the pit, and I'm gonna take him into the pit.
yeah, so you guys get up to into the pit. Like I'll say you guys can get up to here. You say that just make a deception, or we'll just call this a persuasion check.
Okay. Here we go. If I fail again, I am switching to. Okay, it's time for real dice.
I would say that like in this situation, no one's stopping you, but once things calm down, they just kind of like look at you. They're like, why do we fucking care about that? There's these weird mouth demons with 8 eyes.
Fine. We got more important things to do.
Yeah. With that, anything you want to do, Fel?
We seem to have them thoroughly bruised by the demons at this point, right?
No, actually, the demons have never hit.
Well, they're engaged, like they're fully into like
They are
there's
definitely
demons here.
engaged. Like they are. This is the problem, not you guys.
Okay, yeah, I'll just come over here and I'll stabby at this demon right over here.
Okay. That definitely hits. They have resistance to cold, I think. No vulnerabilities, so that is. Geez, criminy.
48.
16, 28, 31, because that's half.
Okay.
You bisect this thing down its jaw, and you don't quite get through it though, and so it just like pushes itself up your sword and tries to clamp onto you in its death knell. That is a 6 to hit. I don't think it tries, but you just kind of move a little bit and it just falls in 2 pieces and is dead.
Like smacks
so the
itself
demon-
on my armor and that's the final blow is hitting itself on my armor.
Yes, it runs into you and dies because it was running up a blade. Okay, so with that, this guard is going to come up here and like that's calmed down for a second. They immediately look and they're baffled about this. Like, where did the demons come from? Are we needed elsewhere? I mean, we cannot leave our post here in case something happens, but what do we do? Or also, who the fuck are you? Why are you in the gates? Like, everyone is confused right now. What do you guys do in this moment where
I've closed the gate behind me.
you do?
Yeah.
Get something real quick. Um. Hmm. Does it feel very on brand for this to have happened and Carrick just shoots a lightning bolt at all these dudes?
Absolutely feels on
I
brand.
mean,
He's tired. He just waited for this door to try to be open for way too long. I mean, the bigger thing is we're using spell slots for him, but that feels on brand and something that he would do. So, if we all agree, Carrick lightning bolts these guys. So someone, that's his last third level spell. Oof. Guys, you are going into a rough situation. Yeah, shoots his lightning bolt through all of the guards down here. It hits everyone down here, no matter what. Someone roll 8d6.
It's an 8.
Yeah.
Chris got it.
29 points of damage. Even if they make their saving throw, the 3 guards are immediately dead. And the salamander needs to make a save against a DC. I think it's a DC 18. That's a 3. Takes the full force of the damage and just is like immediately electrified. Minus, what was that, 29? Okay, so that just happened. Immediately reacting to that, the guard just like looks and is going to try to stab you, Christopher. That is a 16 to hit.
I think yeah, you get the advantage too. If that one doesn't.
What?
I've been attacking reckless, so.
Oh. Okay. I
if
don't know if you can attack recklessly without being in a rage, but we'll just say that you were.
Okay.
I just double check on that.
Yeah.
But regardless, we'll just say for this case you were attacking recklessly. Yeah, 16 to hit. Doesn't hit you. Stabs with his spear and just goes, after watching his entire platoon pretty much immediately killed. And then the salamander is going to rush up and stab through the bars at Carrick, who just sent a lightning bolt.
Looks like it is its own thing, reckless.
What?
It looks like it's its own thing.
Okay,
separate.
cool. But completely misses and just like hits one of the bars. It's still like spasming with one of his arms, trying to stab Carrick. It is now your guys' turn. Go in whatever order you want. Pretty sure this is a foregone conclusion about what's happened to these poor guards, but dead as hell. just eviscerated. Yep. It'll be difficult terrain to move through these 2 spots. So you could go like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So you can get up to here. But this guy is dead. Anything else you want to do on your turn?
I don't think so. Just, yeah.
You could throw something at the dude, like a rock.
Sure.
Okay.
It's like a strength check, I guess. Or throw a
No,
rock.
just make a D20 plus 11 roll. Yeah, rock domes this dude. Roll a D4 plus your strength. So it's a D4 plus 6.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, you still did 7 damage with a goddamn rock. And we're not saying like a like big rock. It is a cobblestone that you just pick up and just wing at this guy, hits him in the dome. He is looking on death's door from that rock. Next up, whoever wants to go.
I could just give him a elbow in the face.
Yep,
Non-lethal.
you just
Just
non-lethal. Leave the one guy alive.
leave one in.
Okay.
Let her tell her story to that.
Tell my story.
And
Okay.
then just a. Is that just strength or?
You can attack with the Pyre Maul non-lethally.
Okay. Reckless.
This guy is luckily immune to the fire damage. Might have actually killed him, but he's immune to fire, so he just crumples into a heap. It's weird to watch like a snake man crumple. It's just like okay. With that, we are out of combat. What are you guys doing now?
Accomplish our mission.
Yeah.
Gotta,
And I will remind you that you also have that glue to gum up the works.
yeah, we have the glue and we have the potential words.
Yeah.
Find my
Arya and Sheena.
Yeah.
So, Carrick is looking a little worse for wear and used a bunch of energy in that battle. But so he's just kind of sitting down for a second.
So there's a whole revolution going on, right? And then people are looking for us. It seems like
You don't know if people are actually looking for you. You think you're pretty in the clear. And the revolution might be happening. Like, if you don't know how full-fledged of a revolution or just Felix, or not Felix, but Reginald was just giving you guys a distraction. So you could do this. Like, what they care about most is getting this pit gummed up so people can't be sent down it anymore.
I thought we were gonna go down it ourselves though, right?
Yes, you guys have to go down, but it's like
Yeah.
on our way down, we are going to figure out a way to like completely gum this up so no one else has to go down.
Yeah, so I'd like to. I think like there's nothing else for us to do except try and open this so we can go down and gum up the works. So let's go try and see which of these words, if either of them work, because that's to open it, right?
Yeah, it's you look at these golems and they're like pinned in their situation. They have runes kind of covered all over them. They're currently like have the chain that goes up into these upper chains and then down these pulleys, and are doing that, but they are completely inanimate at this point.
Okay. I'd like to go up to one of them and say, Sheena, and see if that does anything.
You go up there and say it, nothing happens.
Okay, I'll try Arya.
Nothing happens.
Fuck.
At this point, make an investigation check. Okay. With a 12, say this succeeds, but it is taking quite a bit of time. Like, nothing else has come here, but you guys have now probably, of your 10 hours, at this point, used one of your hours. So you are down to 9 hours of time left for your before the gem's going to start losing energy. And if you look at the other ones, there's they're almost like, because of the ambient heat, they're okay, but they are definitely dulled significantly from when you had seen them. But as you are just kind of like going over, like looking like how do we get this thing to work? We thought we had the code word. You see a panel in the center of it that when you touch it, it turns and then opens, and you see like dwarven alphabet, not dwarven, a giant alphabet keypad essentially in there, like with large stone buttons that each have a different character of this language.
Does anyone speak Dwarvish?
It'd be giant.
Giant?
Yeah.
I can comprehend, but I cannot. I don't speak it, and these are just letters.
Yeah,
If I
these
use
are letters.
comprehend,
Comprehend languages would be exactly
yeah,
what you would do.
I was gonna say, if I use comprehend languages, I imagine I can probably put something in.
Yeah, you
So
can
can I use?
put it in.
Can I do that?
Carrick
Yeah.
doesn't Carrick speak Yeti? Is it the same alphabet?
We went over this, I think, last time. It is Yeti is a spoken language, not a written one.
Got it. Cool.
So there's probably a lot of similarities in the spokenness of it, but recognizing the characters. Yeah. What word do you plug in? You can read you can discern well enough to type in both of these.
I'm gonna put in I'm gonna put in Arya first. Let's see if he's
Okay.
got a soft spot for his sister.
You plug in Arya, and you watch the golem begin to animate, and it starts cranking forward, and you watch the side that it's on start to lift a bit before the golem comes to a stop, and then kind of is forced to roll back to where it was. It definitely, so it would look like plugging in Arya started raising the.
Do I have time to put in the other one, Sheena?
Yeah, you do. You are creating, so you plug it in and it starts rolling down, and it rolls down until it gets to a point where it can't anymore because the other one's not rolling. So you're in like
Okay.
It's pitched like this, and it's kind of like pinched on the other side. But in doing that, though, it does kind of give a gap that you could possibly slide through. You're just going to be sliding through and falling for question mark amount of time. So that's kind of where your difficulty is you need to get all the way down to the bottom of this hole, but also not have it open fully so demons rush in. You could do that, it just is dangerous for the people, and yeah, gotta just have some competing objectives at this point. So if you have a way to travel down question mark amount of feet, then
We have rope. We always have rope.
you do always have rope. I mean, let's just look, because if Carrick has this spell prepared, this is done. Yep, Carrick has Featherfall prepared. So he can, as you guys fall, make you fall safely all the way down.
Sick. Let's do that then. Where's the
Okay.
glue? What do we need to do with the glue? We need to put it on something.
Just on these two golems, like figure out how to stop them. There's pulleys up on the top. There's the golems themselves on the winches. There's heck, like even if you just sealed the actual like lip of the other side, that could maybe do it. Yeah, so you have two vials of this. Each vial is sovereign glue. Oh, roll 2d6. You have 10 ounces between the two of these.
Right.
I have absolutely.
So, okay. Why don't we put them on the pulleys? You guys, someone take some, and I'll take the other, and you do the one side, and I'll do the other.
Okay. You guys just dump. Are you going to use all of it?
Yeah.
Just super gunk this up.
If there's is there ropes hooked to the pulleys? Could we cut the
They're
ropes?
very, very large chains.
Chains. Okay.
Like we're talking like a chain as big as your torso is in diameter.
Okay. Yeah. I think gumming up the pulleys makes sense. The actual control panel itself could be. Was there like? Did you have to open it? Was there a door? What did that look like?
Yeah, you had to turn it. So you have enough to do both of those.
Yeah, we could gum up the controls too, as well as the pulleys.
Yeah,
Cool.
sounds good.
Okay, you guys set all of that. You know, it takes about a minute for these things to set. Do you wait that minute, or do you guys just go?
Let's wait.
Okay. Okay. As you wait that minute, you are like things, it seems, have quieted down. You don't hear as much like guards yelling in the distance and that. But as you guys like, just place me where you think you would be while you wait for it to set. Place all of yourselves. Carrick's just standing in the center of the thing, just waiting for people. Just got his spell ready.
I'm just over here next to.
And I'll give this to Carrick. While he just sat there and waited for you guys, he was able to get a short rest in. So he can regain hit points. I'll just look real quick. Use 12 hit dice. What is that? 7. 6. 7. So he does that and is able to also regain his spells using arcane recovery. Second, how does arcane recovery work? He is going to do that to regain 2 third-level spells. Okay, so he's refreshed. So as this, as you guys are waiting for things to get finished, and just like you can watch the this very thick viscous glue that's white and think of school paste. It almost magically moves and starts knitting itself together. And as it does that knitting, it becomes clearer and clearer. And you're getting to a point where you can almost barely see it. And then you can suddenly see nothing. Because two circles of darkness appear around both of you. Well, actually, say 3. One that you guys don't notice, but all 3 of you are immediately plunged into darkness. And almost instantaneously, you know what this must be. Okay, what do you do? You're muted. If someone was talking. It looked like Jake was talking.
I'm just thinking.
What do you think? Give me a second.
Do we want to fight these elf dudes because they're here? Or do we want to
They're
just try
headed
and
to the same place you're headed, so
I mean, we let's just go down the hole then. Fuck this darkness. That's my
Yep. Just yell "fuck off" to the darkness.
sick. Yeah, let's just go into the darkness.
Piss off, elf.
They're gonna follow us, but that's fine.
Rather not do it in their darkness.
I mean, they're gonna try and make it dark regardless of where we go, but if we go down the hole, there's a chance that there will be demons that might fight them as well.
Okay, what do you guys decide to do? Currently can't see anything.
Feel our way to the edge of the hole and jump.
Okay. Everyone make perception checks. Jesus criminy.
I'm in danger.
Pretty much. I'll say with that, Felix, you are fine. You're able to get in, but you get into another thing of dark. Or let's roll one for Carrick. That is a 10 plus. Carrick, what is your anything? Carrick's perception is plus 2. That's a 12. So I would say at this point, while not great, Carrick and Felix are at least together. You, Christopher, start running down, but you trip over the ledge. Same with Fell. And you begin to, at the pitch that this is in, you both begin to slide down, and Felix and Carrick don't quite notice you sliding down. You guys need to make strength saving throws to catch yourself before sliding off the edge.
Everyone just Bell and Christopher.
No, just Christopher and Fell. Fell, you are just fine. You grab onto the lip. Christopher, and you would notice this, Fell, as he goes tumbling over you. Christopher's starting to fall down the hole. Okay. What do you do? Christopher, rolling like dog shit on anything strength related. You're muted.
I just blindly throw rope somewhere.
You just throw some rope up there. Fell, because there is light actually there, because it's a bubble of darkness, and then what's underneath is deep enough that light comes back. Christopher, make a it'd be an attack roll. It'd be a dexterity attack roll. So roll a d20 plus proficiency plus dexterity.
I'm just gonna roll dexterity. Oh Jesus! And then plus 4 for the proficiency.
Yeah. So 13. So the DC is going to be high on this. Make a Fell. Make a make a dexterity check to catch the end of this rope. Fell to the goddamn rescue. You grab the end of it, but you suddenly are having 15 feet go against you. Make a strength saving throw. Okay, you're good. You take just you don't take any damage from that. You somehow like catch it by the end, and like you feel like the earth elemental or the earth titan that is inside of your gauntlets like just almost latches down, and that rope is now completely compressed, and you are holding one hand in one, just digging your fingers in, and holding Christopher by a rope on the other end.
And Captain America holding the helicopter in.
Yeah, yeah, that or Spider-Man putting the boat
Yep.
back together.
Yep.
Yep. So you are like that. You guys are in as safe of or as in precarious of a situation as you could be, but it's time to go. You guys all jump. Or
Let's go.
okay.
Let's jump.
Fel, do you let go immediately as they jump off, or do you wait a second for them to go down a bit?
At this point, are we out of the darkness so we can see each other?
Yes, you can see because the darkness like almost just ends above the lip of the.
Yeah, as they drop. I drop behind him.
You drop behind them. Okay, so you are now falling. Christopher, what were you doing? Were you just hanging by the rope?
I probably shit myself.
Okay, and with that 13, I will say you are about 40 feet ahead of them. As you guys start to fall. Let me check something. This would be so much better if Ryan was here, because he would have to do this part. Nope, you guys are all good. Even at the full length of that rope, if you were like hanging on to the end, as they fall off and he drops, with dark vision, you are within sight of Carrick, and Carrick points to all of you and just like snaps his fingers, and as you're plummeting, you suddenly start to just fall at a nice pace. Like fizzy lifting drink. Coming back down while you and Uncle Joe burp. Or Grandpa Joe. The villain of the book.
Yes, he is. Come on, Charlie. It's not a big deal.
We watched Matilda last night. What a sweet movie.
That's a good idea. I should watch it. What are you watching on? You remember?
On Netflix.
I watch it with my kids.
It was like that movie definitely holds up. Also, I didn't realize he wrote that book in 1988.
Oh, nice.
Considering that Charlie and the Chocolate Factory came out in 67. So, anyway, you guys are falling safely down. You have achieved your first goal of getting down there, and your second goal. So, like, what you guys slid through, while not perfect, you know that it's about probably about a 3-foot gap that you slid through. So none of those giant beasts will be able to get through that. Absolutely no way. So you feel pretty confident about everything you did there. And in fact, because I don't think you guys will be coming back up here, without a doubt, you just left the city you left in much better shape for the people that live in it beyond the rich and the ruling family. Could have been better if you had done one other thing, but you got 2 out of the 3 things done.
You want to tell us
So,
the third thing?
What?
Are you
Oh
gonna
yeah.
tell us the third
Third
thing?
thing was if you had found, I think you guys knew it afterwards. If you had planted that Lord Bertrand was poisoning the queen and gotten someone to be able to actually report that, she would go like almost full. Got Rohan, the guy from that was being poisoned in Lord of the Rings, and be a kind, benevolent queen again. But
Whatever.
what you have done has instead empowered the people to maybe do that work for you.
I was gonna say, because the one guy knows that, right? We hinted that or suggested that something might be happening.
You
to
actually
him.
did say that. She said, "I think the queen is being poisoned." So you didn't give it. You gave it to a manservant. What they can do with that. It'd be more if you like actually gave them proof. You said, "I think this." So, yeah, those were
Instead of coming back to statues of us, it's going to be of what's his name?
Reginald, little Reginald, the true hero. Originally supposed to be a manservant, but you guys liked him, so
he'll give us a footnote, but he'll just take credit for most of our stuff.
Yeah. You guys will never know if this happened unless you travel back underneath the earth. To get back here at this point, because of that thing being down, you would have to just go back up and go down the same very dangerous tunnel you went down again. Anyways, that kind of completes that little chapter of this whole arc. So as you guys float down, you guys float for a while. You're falling at.
Is there enough time to play a game of chess?
No. Maybe not that much time, but how fast?
I'm just joking.
See, I don't like the rules of Featherfall. How slow do you fall with Featherfall?
I'm just gonna read on my way down my chess book.
60 feet. How did it? 60 feet per round. So 60 times 10 is 600 feet. Yeah, Garrick has to cast the spell again. You would think you travel about a minute and a half. You fall for a minute and a half. It starts becoming disorienting. Like you're in a dark tunnel or like a craggy carved out tunnel and are just falling down. It wants to make a perception check as you guys fall. Christopher, you should just be done for the day.
Yeah, I'm just getting them all out now.
Christopher, you are busy as you fall changing your pants.
Yep.
You take your pants off and just drop them and then pull on a new pair of pants.
Yep.
Fel and Felix, though, as you are falling like relatively quickly, 60 feet per. If you're falling at 10 feet per second, which is actually pretty slow. But you're falling like that, and just looking around, you come through parts of this wall that it looks like it's moving. Like almost like in some spots, like part of the wall looks like gelatinous movement slowly crawling up the wall. To the other side, you see one of those actually like little like mouth dudes just kind of like climbing up this kind of craggy rock, and you kind of see where how some of these incursions have happened and why they're kind of far between because you just have fallen about 1,200 feet. So it takes a while for things to climb up there. And you see little alcoves carved in where people probably like climb, take a break for a bit for some of those bigger things. And no matter how you slice it, it is very good that you carved or close this thing because nothing that you're seeing while you fall down here looks good, but also gives you a little glimpse into the area that you are falling into. So it's essentially like be frosty the moment that you're going to land. With that, is there, as you fall for those 1,000 feet and you see that, is there anything you want to do to prepare for when you land? Like a side of the tunnel that you want to be on? And that we have to make 2 rolls as well. Or are you just kind of falling down and try to get as central as you want?
Let's just try and get. I mean, I don't know. There's nothing for us to differentiate, so let's just try and be in the center.
Yeah. It just looks. Being down there's not a lot to go up. You're right. It's just a matter of how you fall. Fell and okay. As you are falling, about halfway down at about like the 1 minute mark, looking up, you see something plummeting towards you. And as it's plummeting towards you, you suddenly see a drow fall straight past you at terminal velocity. As if something was a guinea pig for falling down. I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw as it is falling and you try to maneuver yourself out of the way.
Oh no.
I'll just say right there, you got a natural 1. Phil, you look up and this thing bludgeons into you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I get fucking splat.
You're still falling at your normal rate. Nothing bad's happening except for that you just have a 130-pound elf land on you after falling for about 400 feet. You take holy 14 points of damage But as it hits you and goes off your armor, this thing just like then flats, hits, like gets off trajectory, hits against the wall, and just sticks into some of that ooze that you had seen going through. And you are falling too quickly to see what totally happens, but you watch its body slowly disintegrate. Like you immediately watch its skin slough off, and so the people are quickly behind you, and it seems they just tried to test something first. So
I'm really hoping this turns into that level of Battletoads.
Oh, the second level of Battletoads where you swing from Duke.
We have to
That
fight.
level, honestly, that is like the easiest of the levels.
That whole fucking game, man, was just. I've tried to play it on ROMs, and it's like we made it like 10% through ever. Like looking it up. Crazy.
But I've made it far with a ROM by using the shortcut you can do on the on the third level.
Huh.
At the end, it's as you're going through back and forth through like the final volley, the sixth one has a little star on it, and if you hit that, it launches you 2 levels forward.
Crazy game. Anyways.
That game isn't fun.
Yeah. It's got a good soundtrack.
Any game with a multiplayer in which you hurt each other is not fun. Because you're just like, oh, I'm punching the bad guy. Like, oh, actually, I just killed you and kicked you off the screen. Okay. With that, you guys get to the bottom of the bottom of this pit. It's a relatively small cavern, not much bigger than, pretty much as big as what you see right now. If you guys had taken the elevator down, you would have been riding this the whole time. But as you are coming down, you land in this, and in this small cavern, there's 5 exits, but 4 of them, or I guess 3 of them are immediately, you can tell, like sealed at the entrance. But there's 2, one to the, like in this direction, one to the east and one to the south, that look like they lead somewhere. Don't look immediately caved in. Is there anything you want to do? What do you do? So essentially where you're at right now, it kind of looks like this. You do notice that some of that like phosphorescent mushroom or bioluminescent mushroom in that kind of like other places you were previously are kind of back, but there's also like this almost like black tar like substance at the bases of them. Like even as you walk with your feet like feel almost sticky on the ground. Speaking of, did Felix ever get new boots after burning his off?
I don't know.
What?
I don't remember when I burnt them off.
You burnt them off when you were running back from the lava last game.
Oh, I'm sure I got some at some point.
You found a pair of boots. Like while you were running through the city, you just like threw 2 gold and just took a pair of boots off of the kiosk.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'd be like
You wouldn't just
running around
raw
barefoot.
dog it?
No, he's not the kind of guy that would run around barefoot.
Speaking of, I went to the Maverick yesterday, and 4 people came out of it and just walked around Maverick barefoot, and they smelled so bad, and it was the weirdest situation. And then they all walked back, got in their car that smelled, just was a weed bus, but people wearing no shoes at a gas station just feels gross. grosser than most. So, yeah, you guys have these 2 exits. You assume that the drow are quickly behind you. What do you want to do?
Is there anywhere for us to hide?
In this room, not really. Besides those two tunnels, south and east. So, I guess is your goal to like let them
do we
go
have
in front of you and
any
ambush them, or go ahead.
I was just saying, do we have any knowledge or recollection of which tunnel we need to go down at this point, or is it just up to a guess at this point?
I don't think you ever gathered enough information about what actually is down here. You know it's probably where you know that it's where you need to go, but they didn't really give you much information about, like, most of the people that go down there die, so there's not a lot of information to have been gathered unless you really sought it out. So, yeah, like, kind of what is your plan? Are you trying to wait and ambush? Are you trying to get ahead?
We'll just go leisurely at our own pace. We'll deal with them when they come along.
I mean, if you go, like, you would know, like, after that guy fell by you, most likely you are 2 to 5 minutes ahead of these dudes. So,
I think there are. This is from the mining camp that finally caught up with us. Is that right?
that is what you would guess based off of the fact that 3 bubbles of darkness arrived, and you've only encountered that from the drow, and that's who you know were supposed to be coming to the mining camp before you wrecked everything for them.
I mean, I don't know about you guys, but we might as well just kind of try and get the jump on them when they land. Assuming that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, we'll probably see them coming, right? There's a pretty big line of sight, especially
Yeah.
if they're. Is there any other way they can do it besides feather falling too? That just sounds like
There's other magic.
there's like teleportation and whatnot, right?
Teleportation, fly, levitate.
Either way, they'll hopefully, besides teleportation, we'll see them coming for a long way.
Yes, no matter what, you would see them coming or suddenly appearing. So, if that's the case, how do you guys want to set yourselves up? Or you have a little bit of time. Is there a trap you want to lay? Is there anything like that? So the circle is not where you're at. It's the full corners. Is that I'll draw real quick. There's a cave entrance right about. Dang it! I don't want to draw circles. Cave entrance about here, and a cave entrance about here. Other than that, there are like rubbled cave entrances here and here, kind of closed off. Other than that, everything in here seems like a relatively excavated out central room. I'd say it's not a square, it is a circle, but so I guess I can just like kind of like ends there, ends here, ends here. So just kind of place yourselves where you would like to try and ambush from.
Set my hunting trap here.
Okay, draw a little X where your hunting trap is. Okay. Is that 2 hunting traps or just 1?
That's the hunting trap. I'm thinking of
Oh,
bear,
okay.
like the bear trap.
Okay. So you have a hunting trap there. I think Carrick's gonna go down into this tunnel. Like be a little bit more hidden.
Wherever Carrick is, I'm standing behind him so he doesn't get ambushed by a demon.
Carrick's down here at the bottom. There. And it looks like Fel, you're going in the other tunnel.
Yeah, just inside the edge of it. Kind of break line of sight with up high, but yeah.
Yeah. But just ready to immediately react. Okay, and then Felix, you're just standing out in the open.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Then you need to make a stealth check to see how well hidden you are from these guys coming down.
Okay. So stealth.
You're hidden as hell. I don't know exactly what you're hiding behind. There's like some, like maybe like a stalagmite, or like you're kind of hiding inside of like a patch of those luminescent mushrooms. And the black around it is like you're able to change your armor to be black, and you're just kind of totally hidden, and like almost it's like your head with the purple kind of matches the colors coming off by the mushrooms. You just look like a little mushroom boy.
Okay, so
Anything else anyone wants to do to prepare? What?
You went full PETA from Hunger Games. Is
Yeah,
somehow
you
looks like a rock.
painted yourself into a rock using nothing but mud and flowers. Okay, anything else anyone wants to do to prepare? If not, let's see. To do a few things. Yeah. Okay. Relatively rapidly, or I would say at first, actually, you see one one of the drow appear. Oops. Oh, why you did this to me? I did this yesterday so I wouldn't have to do it. Now it's making me do it again. You see one drow. Roll a d20 for me. There is so anything above 20 divided by 3 would be 7-ish. Anything above 13 and the drow lands in your trap.
Oh. Did it work? No.
Nope.
Okay.
Drow lands right where Tias and starts looking around, and then like doesn't see anything and signals up above and like cause this call down. Do you guys react in any way as he lands and does that motion? Or are you waiting for everyone to show up, possibly?
I think we wait a little longer.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Next that shows up is looks like a little bit sturdier, a drow with long flowing white hair. Gives a kind of nod to the other. Make a as they land, make another d20 roll with a above 13. They land in your trap. Nope. This one lands here. A couple seconds after that, where is it? Where is it? Where's my scroll bar? The third drow. This one looking to be somewhat of a leader. Much better armor, much better, like a vicious looking short sword lands. And then you wait there for 20 seconds. Oh.
Yeah. Nope.
Did he land in it?
Nope. No. No.
Very close.
Like 8,
So close.
10, 12. Okay. After that, these three start kind of casing the area, like just making sure things are safe. You still are pretty well hidden in this situation. Is there, I guess, like, it's up to you guys when you want to jump out. Oh, there's also oh no, that drow fell into the slime and got eaten by slime. Is there any more waiting you want to do, or as you tell me when you want to attack? They're kind of starting to case as they case this place, your chances of being
I'd like, as soon as
seen.
one of them like comes in front of me, I'd like to take an attack.
Okay, roll a d6 and we'll see who it is. A 6 will be the leader. These two are going to be here. And as he stands there, he looks up one more time and whistles. And you take your attack as his whistle is going off. You have advantage, and I will say, just for everyone, you're able to see this happen. Everyone is going to get a surprise round of combat. So before we roll initiative, we'll just go around the line that's there. So it'll go Felix, Vel, Carrick, Christopher. Make your attack roll with advantage.
Advantage.
27, 100% hits. And
Can I
roll
get
your
sneak
sneak
attack,
attack
yeah?
as well. So, as this guy lands or walks by you, you jump out and just run this thing through his back shoulder, missing anything critical, but definitely like almost like tearing like part of a tendon in his shoulder, and screams, and he turns around and he's like, so that's the first sneak attack. 71 minus 26. Okay. Still looks just fine and pulls out his short sword And as you see it, you've seen these short swords before that have just like a slick glisten to them.
Yeah, I have one.
Fel, you're next.
Have a great. They're not in a great line, so I was thinking I was gonna javelin them as but they're not grouped up. So I'll
Run out to help.
yeah, I'll ignite Frostburn and charge out at this guy and
Yeah, I'll say you do not have advantage anymore. Like the surprise, they are aware of you, but you are still all get to go before them. So take your 2 attacks. The first one, you come in a little too heavy, and it like you swing and it goes over his head as he kind of recoils from the stab wound he just took. But your second one hits true and kind of tears off like a quarter panel of this drow's leather armor. You almost knock the shield like off of his arm, and he's looking even worse. That's 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. He doesn't have any resistances, does he? Nope. Like almost immediately, this kind of leaderish looking brow is looking bad. Okay, next is Carrick. Carrick, wanting to conserve spells, is just going to look at this guy in front of him and cast Firebolt. 5 plus 8. It still hits, and he is going to take whatever Firebolt is. Carrick. Firebolt. 3d10. There's 0% chance this guy survives this. So let's try anyways. 2, 9, 6. And as this guy looks, a streak of fire runs through and immolates him. Minus. And is dead. And that gives it to you, Christopher.
Run out. Oh, that guy's dead. That guy.
You can get to either of them.
Let's focus on which one. What's the difference between them? Like what looks?
This guy looks. It looks like first in command, second in command, dead.
All right.
Foot soldier.
First in command, raging. Let's see. Yeah. Reckless. That's garbage.
Doesn't hit. Just feeling like a cornered animal, that definitely hits. Feeling like a cornered animal, he like turns like after just taking this one big swipe, like turns and like gets his shield up just enough to deflect yours off, but then you like in your rage that this great attack you had planned misses. You come swinging back around, dealing, what is that, 27 points of damage to him. And clobbering him to the point where he is nearly dead. And is just sitting dumbfounded about what just happened. Like, even though he's, this drow elite warrior, a fear has entered his eyes about his imminent demise. Especially, after tracking you for days, going through all this hell just to be so close to his goal, and now nearly dead. That ends that. Now we need to roll initiative. Let me clear it real quick before we go. Okay, go ahead and roll initiative. Turn. Drow, you're just gone. Drow Sergeant gets a...
Oh, character sheet, why?
Actually, does this work now on these? Nope. Oh, no, it did.
I had to move the character sheet to get the turn order out from under it, and then now the top of the character sheet is off the top of the browser, and I can't grab it and move it again. What's happening?
Command, or you should be able to move it like control down. Windows key down.
Refresh.
Windows key down. Windows key up or down. Moving to a Mac for work, or moving off my Mac for work and having to relearn all my keyboard shortcuts is the absolute worst.
Rough.
The only thing actually worse is that all of my Vim configurations are gone. So copying, I used to have all the buffers and what everything would copy and paste to correct, and I don't remember how I did it. So not a huge problem, but man, there's so many more Vim collisions on a PC than there is on a Mac.
I gave everyone at my job Macs, but Windows keyboards. So I think there's just some masochist in IT.
I mean, I use Windows keyboard, and it's just Command is the Windows key.
Maybe I'm just everybody. Yeah.
My busted ass keyboard.
You still using the same one? Yeah, nice.
Look at the upholstery's coming off, but they don't I'm not gonna pay $200 to replace this keyboard because they don't make this version of it anymore. They went to new things and they all suck. I've tried them. This is a perfect keyboard.
At the office, I have this Logitech that it's wireless, but it's one of those. It's solar recharging, like a little calculator. I've had it for 10, well, no, almost 15 years now. Totally fine, always worked fine. And then when we were going permanently, going to our permanent hybrid schedule with set days back in the office, they were like, all the desks are hot desks. No one has a permanent desk. You need to take all your stuff home. So I put it in a box or in a bag or something. And so it was away from light. And then I think the battery is old enough. Yeah. So now I can't get it to recharge and it won't work consistently. So I'm like, cool, thanks for that. And in practicality, the desk I sit in, no one ever sits in. So now I'm basically moved back into a desk after that whole thing. So I'm like, thanks for that. You killed my keyboard.
This thing about a hot desk that eventually it becomes one person's desk.
My desk at our one day back in the office has been my desk since I got there because I brought snacks. I brought all my stuff. I said, this is my desk. No one else sits here. It has a dinosaur on it. It has my crossword puzzle book. The worst part about it is the one guy always shows up and takes Josh Clifford's desk every time he shows up. He's like, oh yeah, this is my desk. I'm like, you're here once every 3 months, dude.
Funny.
Anyways. Okay. There's all that. I need to do one more thing. You just need to look at this real quick. He has a +2. Okay. Right before that. What's your total deck score, Fel?
12.
Okay, perfect. Okay, Christopher, you're up first.
Just whack him again.
One more whack him. Are you gonna kill lethal or non-lethal?
Lethal.
Okay. Roll to hit. He is dead. He took that previous hit, and you then took it around and threw it down on top of his head. This guy didn't get to do anything. So we will mark him to 0. You never knew what he was even up to. Oh, running over there.
Yep.
Okay, 20 does hit. That takes. This one doesn't look as sturdy, but is by itself now and just completely baffled about it. The bad luck that it had after this. They felt pretty good. They didn't see you descend down. They felt, they kind of heard the scrambling and the grunts of pain that maybe you guys did fall. At least one of you fell down, so that's why they were in such a hurry to chase. And their fortunes have immediately changed. With that, though, everyone make a perception check.
Nope.
This guy still alive?
Which guy?
Guy up here on the top left.
Yes.
This one?
Yeah.
Yes, they're still alive.
Okay. I don't think we've touched
Christopher
him
did
yet.
not kill him in one. But was everyone's perception check?
7, 12, 20 for me.
Okay. Fel, you notice as you're standing there and kind of scanning, because you did see that other drow signal to the air, you do notice that it. Hold on. You see a small flicker of red light, and straight out of the ground comes. Hold on, I have to look. Why you do this? Why do they make it so hard to find things sometimes? And you see a wisp of smoke uh, coming up from the ground. And in the center of this room, you suddenly see a creature appear. Whoop, 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 whoop. Standing in the center is this winged demonic entity that has no legs but almost just smoke that billows out beneath it. Needs to be added to initiative. Okay. But while seeing that red light, though, while still looking up, you know about where it is, but it is out of the range. It's too dark in here and out of your range of dark vision to actually see it. But you did see like this glow of red light before, and a shock of white hair. So there's something above you. That brings it to your turn, Fel. So let me just actually add this person's turn. Oop. It's a 16. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so what you doing? You have this demon that just appeared, the drow that's up here, and then also what you saw up above. No one else saw that though, so and at this point it'd be even more difficult to point it out because it's pure darkness. So you could yell that something's up there, but you wouldn't be able to really point it out. You would be the only, like you would just say like it's up there and point into the night sky.
Yeah, I think it'll be important to alert, like, hey, there's something above. General information, but I don't have anything specific to point at. So I tell everybody that. I'm gonna run over to this one. And
take your two attacks.
I'm gonna Batman voice. Why are you following us? Why are you following us?
So you're trying to intimidate this down?
Yes.
Make an intimidation. 23. It does immediately like start to cower. And we'll just say as just with that, it moves backwards, which would trigger an attack of opportunity from both of you. But it definitely seems to like be starting to cower in that like, hey, we might have gotten in over our heads. Like, we goofed.
Yeah, I won't take my attack. I kind of hand up at Christopher, telling him not to as well.
Okay. Christopher, do you listen to Fel? You are raging though.
I want to know. Yeah, I go with. Yeah,
You have the wherewithal. The one guy bigger than you. You listen to him.
He's been out-strengthening me all day too, so
Yeah, you're feeling a little inept. So
as soon as he steps up, I know I'm gonna like somehow miss this advantage and look like even.
Okay. Is that in your turn or anything else you want to do?
Me or
I guess that's it. I guess that's it. If he doesn't say anything back and he only kind of cowers and
No, it seems like what your intention is, like, what are you doing here? It's now just like cowering in a temporary fear about just watching its boss just get absolutely murked. So it just like looks and just like can't respond. That'll bring it to your turn, Felix. Standing in the mushrooms with your knife.
I am gonna move towards this winged dude, avoiding the trap. And I am going to just stab at it.
Oh, speaking of that, roll for how that thing was summoned. Roll to see if it was summoned in the side of the trap.
Come on. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Can it be grappled though? It was summoned on top of it, but like I said, its legs are made of smoke. So it doesn't actually even trigger the trap. The trap is still there, but he is immune to because it just grapples them, right?
I think so. It's pretty simple.
Can I then instead, since now I know he's on this trap, can I move to like here? So I was, I think, here, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So I'd be here. I'd actually like to cast lightning lure on him and see if I can pull him down into the trap, like his torso. Can I do that?
Yeah. Okay. Even though he does have the damage immunity of grappled, I will allow this to happen.
I don't even think it's grapple. I think it just limits their movement. Like I don't even.
Oh,
think...
so are you saying he can't be grappled at all because of his legs?
Yeah, he is mostly made of smoke.
Oh, okay.
So.
Well.
Will
the trap do damage to him?
What?
Does the trap do damage at all? Or is it just the grappling?
1d4. I've had this since like day one, so it's pretty...
Roll a d4.
Yeah.
Whoa, max damage. He doesn't immediately like that.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna cast lightning lure. Which, let's just assume it works, because he's gonna have to make a strength saving throw.
He also gets a DC 13 dexterity to avoid that as well.
No, I'm saying since he was summoned there and didn't know, he automatically fails.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay, sick. Okay, cool. Well, in that case...
No, he doesn't automatically fail your lightning lure. He automatically failed the check to be caught in the trap.
Right. I get that.
Okay.
In that case, I'm not going to lightning lure him because he was summoned in the trap, and I'm just going to take an attack.
Yep. 27 hits. I will still give you the sneak attack because I moved him on.
Okay, cool.
I imagine you originally moved there to have help.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 14 damage. This thing appears, looks down as this thing chomps it, dissipates the smoke, but it seems like that little smoke, that's dissipated, evaporates off into the air, so he's less smoky. I guess it's not really smoke, it's shadow, but smoke is kind of the same thing.
What is smoke?
Is
just shadow.
Don't like this new sheet sometimes. Yeah, so the new sheet doesn't say from non-magical attacks. It just says that it's resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, slashing.
I think that's because most of the time that is the case. If it's those three, it's usually because it has to be.
It's the case.
Yeah.
But yes, and this is magical, so it takes that damage as you drive your dagger up in through its sternum, and it's like as you pull out, instead of blood, it's just this shadow that just dissipates in the air, and you see like just the volume that this monster is taking up reduce. That was 14 damage.
Yeah.
I think this is the most consecutive hits Felix has ever had.
I think so too. And then I'm gonna use the mobile feat to move out of the way.
Yeah, you can move up to what?
I'm
40
good
feet
here.
afterwards.
Yeah, here's good. Yeah.
Okay. That brings it to the Shadow Demon's turn, who does it have anything about how this demon acts in this guy's sheet? Okay. What do you got? What do you got, Shadow Demon? Is that really all you got? Okay. It is going to, in this darkness, take its bonus action to hide. What's everyone's passive perception?
15.
I think.
11.
16.
Okay. It is. Fel, you don't see this thing. This thing just disappears from your view. The other two of you, you can see the smoke writhing on like the little wisps coming off the ground as it moves, and it is going to move just one step over to you, Christopher. Seeing as how these two up here seem like the bigger damage threats, even though it was just stabbed for a good amount, it is going to take its action to claw at you, which is going to do that is an 18 plus 5. Imagine that hits.
Is that to me?
Yeah.
Yes, probably. Yep.
6, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That does 18 points of psychic damage as the shadow moves through your body and almost like makes every single nerve on you tense up, and you have an intense like blinding flash migraine temporarily, and that's it. Oh, sorry. Read that wrong. Subtract 8 damage from that. That's it. It is now the Drow's Sergeant's turn, who is going to back up all the way into the corner as its entire turn. It then moves to you, Christopher.
So I can see it, or it disappeared?
No, you can see it. You've always been able to see it, and as it took that attack, like you can now notice it as well, Phil.
Well, I'm real mad and swing at it.
The demon that hits it. So as you swing around, it takes that damage. The fire is reduced to 0 because it's resistant, and you rolled 1. But it is like every time you hit this thing, it like hits something solid, but then it's like you go all the way through it. It's like hits solid and then goes, it unincorporates, and your hammer ends up on the other side, and then like the smoke with it. So this thing is like diminished to like about half of its original size. Definitely hits. You swing back the other way. What's that? 16, 17, 18, minus 1 is 17. With those two rending attacks, it's looking pretty good. Or no, pretty bad. Pretty bad. It is now like the wings essentially are gone. The arms just look like almost like an emaciated prisoner that hasn't eaten a full meal in years. With that, it'll be the Drow's Mage turn. They do something. None of you notice it. And then it is Thel's turn.
Smash, I guess.
Smash.
Jesus.
I don't even know what to do with that.
Forget to smite. Might as well smite. If it's not gonna die from this.
Oh, this thing I'm pretty sure would have died just from this hit.
Okay.
Like at full health. Because it's vulnerable to radiant damage, so the radiant damage there is 7 plus 7 is 14, so 28 radiant damage because it's vulnerable. Plus 6 is 34, plus 5 is 37, plus 10 is 47, 47, 48, 49, 50, plus 4 because it's resistance to cold, so 54 damage. It wouldn't have quite killed it. This thing had started with 66 hit points, but it was pretty close. The smoke doesn't even come out. The smoke circles itself into itself as the radiant energy surrounds it and just implodes, and then a bright flash of light goes throughout this entire room. Felix, as that happens, make a perception check.
Perception.
21. You see, although completely invisible to the eye, with that explosion of divine light, you see this mage completely invisible and flying disappear through the right tunnel. So, with that though, the combat is over. Oh no, there is that one other person in the corner. But for all intents and purposes, combat is over. After being intimidated, this person, they just watched him explode a demon. At this point, I just need to throw multiple combats just so I can get like 1 or 2 hits on you guys. If I can get 2, hopefully by the time we get to the boss, you'll be resourceless. Which is kind of what this is at. This is now a survival running type situation. Be right back. I need to grab something to eat, and then we'll resolve this sad drow. Okay. Very excited. Next week is our last trip of the summer. We have done too much this summer.
Where are you off to?
California for the Bartlett family trip. Skippo tournament.
Nice.
Yeah, it'll be fun. It's just
Oh wow.
I'm just July we were home for one weekend.
We're off to Banff in a couple weeks.
Going to Banff.
Yeah, first time.
We went skiing there in 2020. I haven't been there in the summer, but it's a really cool town and very beautiful, and lots of Australians are there. Like their entire workforce is Australian. Because you get like however the visas work, it's you don't have to have a job to go there. So you go there and then get a job, and then the visa's fine.
Huh.
Like you just can immediately get a 6-month travel visa there.
Huh.
So it's very weird when you're in Canada and everyone's speaking Australian. Or not that Australian's a language.
Yeah. I don't know.
Nar nar.
Lots of nars.
Nar. Well, that'll be fun. Just you and the wife, or the rest of the family, or
Yep, just us. Yeah.
that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Oh, you also hear a lot of French people. Or people speaking French.
Interesting.
And they sell 2-liter bottles of really sweet alcohol, like malt beverages that are absolutely awful, but it's like a 2-liter for $2.50. Okay, so sorry, what?
Sounds like a like conspiracy by like Advil or something. They sell those and then
What other funny story? We bought a 24-pack of Coors Light there that had the Toronto Raptors like winning the NBA championship, which happened 8 months before we went there. It was the dustiest box of Coors Light anyone has ever sold. Yeah, what do you got? The combat is essentially over. You have 2 things that happened. Felix saw the mage in a brief glimpse, looking to be going down into the right-hand tunnel, although invisible. And there is a very scared drow, seemingly slightly higher up, person next, that's essentially waiting for its own death. What do you guys do?
interrogate.
Rachel.
What are you looking for? How many people are coming up?
Okay, so asking those types of questions. Are you doing anything, Felix, with the information you know?
I don't want to chase this other guy on my own, so let's see what we can get out of this guy, and I'll let them know that there's another one. Like if he's not giving up information quickly, let's just
Go.
dispose of him and go.
Okay, Carrick then will watch the cave door. By the way, you just did that fight without Carrick. I realized I didn't roll initiative for him.
Hmm.
So, and you had no problems. Although with how quickly you dispatched everyone, that changed what the mage was doing completely. Okay, you're interrogating them. You're asking them, how many are you? What are you here for? All that. Make a. What is your interrogation like? Are you just both just intimidating? Or are you playing good cop, bad cop? Or are you...
Yeah,
No,
I
just
think,
this is a quick one. Yeah.
Are you
It's,
torturing them?
I mean, at this point, they've. Yeah, I don't feel like I need to.
They've
but
dropped their weapons. They are that. So, yeah, it's just I'm just trying to think what check to ask, or you guys can think like what you or ask me what, or tell me what you're doing so I can give you the right thing to roll.
I think just two big ass dudes intimidating.
Yeah, you
Big
know,
ass is so-
grab the collar up against the wall. Who are you? Why are you following us? How many of you are there?
Roll intimidation with advantage.
Not great.
Seriously, what is going like? This is insanity.
I have a +7 on that. Just pointing out there.
I still, like, I'm standing on my soiled pants that I threw.
Two natural ones. Okay, so I will say at this point with that intimidation, you guys get one question. No, I'll give you two questions with a 14. Just because you had rolled well to intimidate them before, and these people did. The DC wasn't that high, but they're going to clam up their two questions.
Just how many more coming behind was the main one.
Assuming they all have, or does anyone speak Undercommon?
I don't think so. Abyssal, but no. So yeah.
Yeah. Does
Nope. Common
Carrot
and
speak-
infernal.
Common and Infernal?
Does-
How in
That's
the
all
hell
I
does Thel speak infernal? That's bonkers.
He's got to know. He's a paladin. He's got to know the bad language too.
It's like I know all the curse words.
How long ago did Felix do comprehend languages? Does that still apply?
I don't think I can
Lasts
do
for 10
that one.
minutes.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
that's
I feel like you might be nearly out of spell slots.
well, I've only used comprehend languages, and everything else I've been using has been actually I use this guy's self as well. So yeah, I am out of spell slots.
I'm also out of spell slots.
You
I-
used your one. Common, Draconic, Elvish, Undercommon. Carrick speaks Undercommon. This is why you only get two questions. He has to be your translator. He comes over, and as this drow speaks Undercommon, kind of like gives says like, assuming they all survive, we have another party about resting and prepared to come down in the next day with about 10 to 15. We were the advanced scouting party.
From above, right? I'm not there. I'm the three. Of them.
Yeah, he yeah, and kind of like you knew. He's like, we came through odd series of tunnels. They are about a day's out. In one of them, we relayed back how to safely navigate through the city and get to here. But a day and about 15 of our strongest.
Oh, they're stronger than you.
Spits on your foot. If you were cowards and fought us in fair combat, we shall have prevailed. That's your first question. So yeah, about a day away, 15 more of them are on their way down. This was the advanced party. They kind of, had some powerful people, but it was more about like a stealth, like, hey, let's get in there, get down, and relay back to the people. Which is, you can put together why they had a mage was being able to relay back to the main group.
I
What's
guess
your second question?
What's your purpose for coming down here?
We have under much research found the potential location of the weapon that killed our queen, and we wish to ensure that as our further plans proceed, that cannot be used against her again. We hope that it is here. Many of ours have died finding the information of where this. They kind of like trail off, realizing they're like starting to speak too much. Leave me here. Let me fend myself against the demons that seem to litter the walls.
There's still
I rely on myself.
do the walls go to all the way down, the one that like absorbed the other guy? Was that like
Yeah, about like 600, 700 feet up. That's where that goo was that absorbed the other dude.
Okay, so it's not. I can't just like push him into the wall here.
No. That was a very large ooze slowly climbing the wall.
Got it.
Over the course of 30 days. And it's about a quarter of the way there. So, but with that, yeah, they tell you that they're looking for the weapon that killed their queen. And this was their best lead to it, which coincides with what you had kind of learned from Yenra, that we think that, the weapon that killed the queen, Cord's Thunder Spear, should be somewhere here, but doesn't sound like, or you can't really ask them, that they have much more of a lead than you do about where it might be here. But you have a corroborating story. So you're feeling pretty good that it must be somewhere up ahead. And then they sit down and bow their head and just like almost look like they're going into a trance and just resigning themselves to their fate. Just leave them there, or
That's up to you guys. I will say, Carrick's not one to usually let people just kind of
I'll just
live.
bash his head in so that to save him from Carrick using another spell.
Yeah, Carrick wouldn't. The only person who would be here to like call off the dog would be Fell, in that this is a very similar situation to the kobolds that you killed in that mine. That might be where you vengeance only goes so far.
All right, how about non-lethal? Smoke.
Not only just knock them out and let the they might meet back up with the 16-19. Roll one more time. You hit them with the butt of the hammer and they go, huh? Still like just barely conscious. And now they're unconscious. Yeah, they're unconscious, sitting there, kind of left to anything that might come through here, or maybe their friends come down and save them. But not your problem anymore. So, do you start following the right cavern, which...
I think I communicate to them that one of them went ahead to the right, and we could follow after him. There are other ways we could go. Our goal is to get back to the resort, and so it may be a fool's errand running after this guy if we want to get back to the place. But we don't know which way to go. Like,
you don't know which way to go. Both could lead to the same place. Both could. Yeah.
I can say that for Felix, going after someone is probably not in his best interest in terms of his health and lack of spell slots.
Did you?
But I'm good with whatever.
Did you notice it was a mage? We now
I don't know
that
how
there's
much.
a party
I just know
of 15 following us. I guess the question is,
but how can they get? Can they even get?
Like,
can they even get down though? These 15 people? Because when we shut the thing, did we like it's still open, right? But we closed it.
It's open to about 3 feet.
Oh, okay. Well,
there's a 3-foot gap, so people can still get through. Like, how you guys solve this is it is stuck with a 3-foot gap.
Okay. So theoretically, they could like seal it up, but it's not.
They could seal it up. Bigger thing is it's closed enough to where if the giants start forcing people down here, you're literally just pushing them into a giant pit and saying, "Hope you survive."
Yeah, right. Okay.
And it's no longer can be like a silent punishment. It's a overt execution.
Got it. Yeah. I mean, I'm fine going whichever way you guys want. It doesn't matter to me. How much can Fel do any healing before we go? Because I'm about half hit points down. I'm cool going without spell slots.
We can do a prayer of healing.
We'll see. You get your 2 spell slots back on a short rest as well if you want to wait an hour.
It's the thing. I don't really want to wait. I don't want to wait. I want us to keep moving. That's the only thing I care about is that we don't wait. So if we can get a quick healing real quick and get myself up 15 or 20 hit points, that'd be great. And then we can keep going. I don't care about the spell slots.
Healing, that's what, 10 minutes, and that could heal up everyone that's pretty hurt.
I could do a prayer of healing at level 3, so it's 3d8 plus 7. Do I just roll that and everybody gets the same, I assume?
Yep.
3d8 plus 7.
Sick.
Everyone gets 21. Good. I guess 3's not great, but above average roll. So everyone take back 21 hit points.
How
I
many spell slots
truly
does
think that was the first actual healing spell cast since you guys had a cleric. I think everything else has been lay on hands or potions.
I feel like I
How
did
many-
herb healing one other time, but I can't remember.
Oh, did you do it one other time?
how many spell slots does Carrick have? Like, what's the spell
Um,
situation looking like?
Carrick, because he took that short rest while you guys were figuring out the thing, he is sitting at, like, he's not awful. He has no level 6s, no level 5s, 2 level 4s, 2 level 3s, all of 3 level 2s, and 3 level 1s.
Okay, so he's
So
still okay.
He's okay. His biggest problem is he had to use a lot of his spells on the heist.
Yeah.
So, like,
Okay.
he had to cast immolation to give you that extra hour. And you had to cast programmed illusion to
Right. Okay.
uh,
I say we chase after this guy then. I'm cool with that. If you guys want to do that.
It's as good as anything.
Yeah, I think
Alright,
the
let's do
risk
it.
of
Let's do
bringing
that.
15, 20 more guys down on us is probably not
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, I think especially with like Carrick's knowledge of magic, he's like, if it's a mage, if he could get there and just teleport himself out before we get there, like that's the new wrinkle in this plan is if he went invisible and shot through here, he could just get there before you and then teleport out. So he kind of gives you, from a magical perspective, a mage being in front of you is very scary.
Yeah. All right, let's go after him then. I don't know that he's a mage. But
What?
I said I don't know that I knew he was a mage or know that he is a mage.
You would know because, like, you guys would, I think, be able to put the it together. Like, Fell saw like a magic red light, and then the demon appeared,
Okay.
and then
Cool.
you saw something invisible like rush by at a very fast pace.
Got it.
So,
Okay, yeah, then let's go after that guy.
Okay. As you move through, these cave, like, I kind of like, still has the phosphorescence and that, but then that little bit of black tar like substance that was on some of the mushrooms before gets thicker, and the walls almost feel slick. But nothing that sticks to you. It just feels like there's some sort of covering, like kind of like an algae or moss or fungus that sits on the inside of like when you're walking through a pond that nothing, or like it doesn't stick to you but it feels gross. That's kind of what the tunnel starts turning into, and then from there, where it goes from this like rough hewn stone cavern, it starts moving into what looks like more like carved stone. You see these columns and arches and different like this now looks like an entry corridor or of some sort. And then you are suddenly in a, like, as you get to the end, it's a stone building, like chiseled, like you can tell like there's furniture in here. There's like long dilapidated, long rotted, but beautiful furniture in probably in all of your research, like it's elvish kind of, but it's like a harsher elvish. You can't quite like place what it totally is. And inside this room, it's about a like a almost looks like a like small like 10 by 10 guardhouse. Like that's kind of what you would think. It has like a desk. There's some windows with just some like iron type bars on it, although the iron bars are even those are sculpted in a aesthetically pleasing. It's not just straight up and down bars. It's like an up and a down half circle with curved things between it. It might have held glass in between it before, but the glass is gone. Looks like there's just like a writing desk and one small cot and a table in the center. Like even inside the table, there's like a deck of cards, or not a full deck, but just like some loose playing cards sitting on it. But for all that beauty, there's still just like on the floor that grime, that slick, oily, wet, like residue that's sitting on the floor. There's a door to a metal door arched over in front of you. It looks like it's kind of ajar. So that is where you guys end up.
Sending had a gray bag of tricks for us. Yeah, there we go. Got an elk leading the way.
You have an elk in a 10 by 10 foot room.
Small elk.
No, not a small elk.
Giant
A
elk.
giant elk. For the sake, I will say you toss this outside the front door because there's absolutely a 0% chance that this elk could get out of this room.
I could just unsummon him and summon another one.
You could cut off its horns. Its antlers is what.
Oh my
would keep
God.
it in here.
Don't do that.
You could shave off the belt and heal your wounds. Some elk powder.
I don't know.
No. You are in here with an elk. If you want to dismiss him and throw a different one.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay, bye elk.
It's another elk.
It's another
Oh my
elk.
god.
Did you summon this one in here with you?
All right,
Wait.
we got one more try.
Hang on,
Okay,
seriously?
Both these elk just start walking down the other trail and are just going to watch the entrance. How long do they last for?
That's a good question. Can I even do 2 at a time? Bag of tricks.
I think you can do as many as you have balls.
Uh-huh.
It's literally a sack of Pokemon.
Once 3 fuzzy objects have been pulled from the bag can't be used again until next dawn. So I guess, yeah.
Say how long the animals last.
I don't see anything. It says how long. Let's see. Vanishes
Lasts until the next dawn or when reduced to 0 hit points.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
So those elk, if you send back down the other corridor, can just wait for the other drow to appear.
Yep. Let's okay.
And
let's get a
one
third.
of you super confused going down the Hellmouth, and you're presented with these these like majestic giant elk.
See if we can get a third elk going.
Okay. Put the bag of tricks away. This is not helping. We
Guys,
just have
there are now
3 elks.
elk at the bottom of the other place. And they will be there. It is because you guys kind of did this at nighttime, and it's been an hour. They are they aren't there for that much longer because the next dawn would be probably in like 4 hours. But
Well,
you have
then-
3 guard elk for 4 hours standing in the other end of the cave.
Yeah, and then once it's dawn again, I guess it'll replenish, and I'll have once they go away, have it again.
So okay. Well, after that futile attempt, you are still in this room. Door slightly ajar. There's things that you could investigate here, but also time is of the essence.
And we gotta go.
Okay, you guys go out.
Yeah, I've got the most hit point. I'm fully expecting to walk into a mage trap, but whatever. I get that.
Yeah, it's fine.
You open the door, and you are greeted with very similar to the high-tech city that you saw a few layers up in the earth. A giant city that is beautiful. The only thing detracting from it is the fact that oily slime seems to be omnipresent, coming down some walls, always on the ground. Between that, a shit ton of spider webs everywhere, and the fact that it's only illuminated by those mushrooms that seem to have worked their way into this cavern. The top of the cavern looks like what might have been like open sky at one point is jagged like stalagmites stalactites and rough hewn rock above where these mushrooms found a way to move through, illuminate. So you have enough, things are dark, but you have enough light to see a long distance, not in great detail. But you are in the center of what looks like a major like thoroughfare into what your best guess would be a district of a city. Everything is sloping downhill, but with the buildings on that, you can't get a full scope of what this place is beyond the fact that it looks giant without getting to higher ground to try to see the entire place. And with that in mind, this was, as you thought, a guard tower, which still has a relatively rotten ladder. No, it would be a metal ladder. Relatively rusted ladder that leads up to the top of the guard post that you could get a better view of this entire area. That or just start running through the city.
I'll jump up.
Okay. Good. You jump up. You do have to catch yourself on the ladder for the last little bit. It does go up. I have no clue how high your high jump is. It's like 1 billion feet. You get up there and like you to make a perception check to see just how much you see. And I will give you $100 if you roll an 8. Oh. So with an 18, you see a lot of this. There are large buildings. This place looks incredibly well preserved, except for what you see down at the bottom of this slope. At the bottom of this slope, you see a grand temple surrounded by what looks like a giant graveyard. Hold on, let me just make sure I'm using the right word. Don't care about that. Yes. Large monument, like temple, surrounded by these small, like, homes. It looks like a burial area with a main shrine to it. So with that, you would posit you are 100% in the right place. This is most likely the Garrus Necropolis, which was part of a city that got slammed down underneath the earth when Cord killed the Spider Queen Wolf. And some then got transported here. The only, like I said, it looks absolutely beautiful, mostly intact, except for halfway past that, like beautiful monument and temple in the center. It is shattered completely in half, and there is a pit that, while other things seem to be slightly illuminated, all light is sucked in from there, and I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw. Yikes.
Got an 8.
Oh, the only person that has to is Christopher.
Okay, cool. Sick. Sorry.
As he looked into the yawning mouth of madness. Roll a D100. Wild, dude. You can't even roll a D100 high. Oh. And then roll 1d10. Okay. You looking into this and seeing a pit into the ground that is almost like you see things undulating, pouring out of it. And then as you back up from that, you see things skittering across the walls. High up in this temple, you see down like small fires and things moving through streets that you can notice from up here. This is you notice that it is a populated city. You keep looking back at that hole in the ground, and just to save yourself, you have to retreat into your own mind and think about the open skies and that, because a darkness like that should not exist, and you are paralyzed for the next 6 minutes. Does anyone go join Christopher up there? Because he just goes from like kind of like reporting what he's seeing to completely silent.
Yeah, I'm gonna join him.
Yeah. You guys all join your friend up at the top. You climb up the ladder. It's definitely precarious, especially as Thel goes up there. It is old and you are heavy. And you get to the top. You guys are all standing there. You all look out over the city. Not going to make everyone else do the exact same thing. It's just repetitive. But you look out, but then focus on your friend who is like almost just like sitting, kneeling in a ball, staring at the ground as his body's just completely tensed. And I think with that feels like a good place to stop. You guys have reached the Garrus Necropolis. Garrus spelled Gharys.
Garrus Necropolis. It's sick.
the death point of Lolth the Spider Queen, and the last known location of the head of Cord's Thunder Spear. Good job.
Nice.
You're making
Right
it.
on.
You're making it through this endurance race. Yeah, I fully had expected you guys to